And then it hit me. All of my choices in men were me being drawn to a very insecure man because I felt like this is safe. This is safe. And yeah, I know they're making fun of me and I know that whatever, and I'll just be stupid and I'll let them be the smart one. I'll let them be better than me. There was something about them feeling insecure too that I wanted to make them feel not insecure. I wanted them to feel confident. And again, I was like, I can help them. Oh, I guess I did have a type. I did have a type, but here's the deal. Boy, my last one would cut me down, and eventually I'd make myself small. I'd make myself small till finally, you guys, I couldn't get small enough. It couldn't happen. Finally, you start believing that you are really small. I would get these very insecure men that are like their greatest cheerleader, and I'd build them up and build them up and build them up and build them up. Meanwhile, they're too insecure to even accept those compliments. They're too insecure to believe any of the things I'm saying about them. Nobody's growing here. Nothing's happening here. I'm not a savior. They will take you down to like absolutely nothing, and they're still wondering like, why can't I just feel good about myself when I'm around her? Well, you just don't feel good about yourself when you're around anyone. And this is another thing I noticed. Those people that are very insecure, that need you to be small, will never be loyal to you. They can't. They don't have the capacity to be loyal to you, to be vulnerable with you, to be intimate with you. Not really, not completely, because they don't have enough confidence and love for themselves to give love. They don't have enough love in themselves to love themselves. And then when that doesn't work, this person's useless, or they'll discard of you. This is what we've learned. You can never, ever be small enough for anybody, ever, to be safe. Because the smaller that you are, their insecurities only get bigger. You've created a monster. Small-minded people that need you to play small, can't get you small enough. You need to find people that see your qualities, that see you being your big self, that love your big self, that don't feel threatened by your big self. They're not competing with your big self. They don't see that as competition or a threat. They see that as a blessing. They see it as added value to their life, to their business, to their family, to their home, to their community, to their ministry. That is probably the biggest lesson that I have learned in the past 3 years is I'm done shape-shifting. I'm done playing small. I'm done looking for small. That's just gonna make me feel smaller so that they can feel big. That's not my responsibility, and it's not your responsibility either. That's like an inner workings thing. That's like, I be praying for you. I pray for you. I will lay hands on you. I will pray for you, and I will love you with the love of the Lord, but I cannot let you into this sacred space like inside of my heart. You'll destroy it. And you won't even do it on purpose. You'll just do it. You know what else I noticed about this whole playing small thing? That's kind of like manipulation. I hated even saying it. I'm like, am I being manipulative by playing small? Like, is that like an act? Like, what is that? And then it hit me, and I'm like, you know what? It is. And as much as I don't like manipulative people, and I don't like people with hidden agendas, or all that time I had no idea, isn't this how to be meek and kind? No. God has called you to be bold, to be courageous, and to be strong, and to be creative, and to be inventive, to be innovative. Everything you do, you are doing for the glory of the Lord. And how much glory are you giving the Lord when you are playing small? Tell you what, we're never going to stand up for God that way. We're never going to stand up for our neighbor that way. We're never going to make it as a voice that is leading others to the heart of God if we are too busy playing small to accommodate people's feelings. God never called us to be the glory of people, ever. He called us to be the glory of God. How much time have I spent trying to be the glory of people? I just want someone else to shine through me. I want my husband to shine through me. I want my boyfriend, job, looking for other idols to worship so I can be like, you're the best, you're amazing, your biggest fan, I'm your biggest cheerleader, and all of a sudden be everything that I need them to be for me. So doesn't that kind of come back as being kind of selfish too? Manipulative and selfish? I don't think any of us really realized we're doing it. I didn't realize I was doing it. We want to be the glory of God, not the glory of people. People were never created to be glorified. We've made them idols. We've made them something that we can worship and we can control and manipulate with our ability to bend and maneuver to whatever angle or whatever personality or whatever function they need us to, so that we are almost controlling the situation. we are trying to be in control of the situation by doing that. And God is not going to be controlled. And I think subconsciously, even when we're not trying to think about that, we know that we can't control God, and we know it. It's a twofold thing, and it will set you free. Don't feel bad that you're like, I've been a manipulator, I've been controlling. Don't even focus on that. Focus on, oh, wait, I don't have to play small anymore. I can actually be myself. I can actually be smart. I can actually be funny. I can actually be cute. I can actually go out and reach people for the glory of the Lord. I can go out and make disciples. I can go out and make the world a better place. I don't have to hide. I don't have to maneuver around people's emotions to make them feel certain things so that I can sort of feel safe, because I don't know if God's going to keep me safe, so I've got to do this and that. You don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to do that anymore. What? You know what? Actually, I would say maybe 6 years ago, I had a client who was very intuitive, where we're talking about God and we're talking about just having the gift to prophesy or to see things in the spiritual realm. And she was talking to me about being a shapeshifter. And she's like, well, you're kind of a shapeshifter. And I was like, what is a shapeshifter? I had never even heard that before. And so I looked into it, and I was like, a shapeshifter is like, that means I'm just like a chameleon. I just become whatever I'm around. Like, I would just, like, that sounds terrible. Like, and then when the one chick said I was a fawner, then when I was in this abusive relationship, it really hit me. Even the choice that I made to be in this relationship with this man was basically because what attracted me to this man was not his big muscles, not his face, not even his personality. We didn't have great conversation. We didn't have a lot in common when it came to like spirituality, when it came to anything but maybe even working out, and we didn't even do that together. What attracted me to him was his insecurities. Instability that I felt like I could nurture and I could heal. I can work with an insecure person because if he's insecure, then I can just make myself small. He would constantly criticize me because I could recognize his insecurities. I didn't take those things personally. No matter how ugly I could make myself, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, I would catch myself. I would change the way I talked. Posture would change because I am intuitive, and immediately I would pick up on someone's insecurities. And immediately I would pick up on their, feeling like maybe I'm a threat. But because I hate confrontation, I hated having anyone not like me, and I felt like I needed their approval, I would actually do whatever I needed to do to just build them up, which would basically consist of me cutting myself down to make sure that I was safe. Because if that person felt like I was a threat at all, competition there at all, they would change the energy on me, and all of a sudden I wouldn't feel safe. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've ever been a fawner, or if you guys have ever played small. I hope that was fun. I hope that was encouraging.